Alright, what's going on, everybody? We're back at it again. I think this is episode 3. Excited to be back with you guys. We're doing some more martial arts, mixed martial arts. So last time, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I just went over like different like American boxing forms, and yeah, I said that I may just mix up different styles for you guys. So today I'm definitely winging it, and I actually enjoy doing things like that because it just has a more authentic approach, and sometimes I like being in that energy, and then there's other times I like to have things structured and planned, and I still try to wing through that too because there's always some cool things that I always feel like comes out for myself whenever I have some elements in there that's just kind of like, you know, freestyle and things like that, just straight off the top of my head. So anyhow, yeah, we're just gonna be winging it mostly for today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over some Muay Thai. That's what we're gonna be going over. Some introduction light tips, nothing too like detailed or intense, but we're definitely gonna tap into it a little bit, and then I may just do some short exercises to loosen up my body and things like that. I don't know if I'm gonna start off doing it first because I feel like I'll be a little bit winded. So I think I'll start off with just a few different tips, and then I may just end it out with just some body exercises on just my kick routines and some of my my hand combo techniques and things like that, just so I can get. I'm finishing my workout, by the way. I worked out, and nothing too crazy, but I did a little bit of something, and I'm cooling off a little bit, so it shouldn't be too bad. But bear with me if it doesn't come out as, I don't know, explosive. It's because I did maybe like 10 minutes ago, about 10-15 minutes ago, I just finished up a nice little light workout. So, all right, let me see if I can set my camera up so we can get that going, and let's see how that is looking for us. Right. Whew. Lightheaded. We're gonna be alright. Now you can't see me in a frame like that fully, but let's see if we can fix that. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's see. Yeah, and then I'll just like switch it around when it comes to like the foot, feet, coordination. Okay, so Muay Thai. All right, so just to start off with a light introduction, we're basically Muay Thai has a lot of different like movements like this, right? Okay, if you don't know, and so I'm sure there's other different like traditional stances and forms, but really you're light on your toes, okay? And so if I show you like this, you're gonna be kind of like this. If you're left-handed, you're like this. You're just kind of like using this motion. You can switch, you're at this motion. Now when I put the camera up towards me, you'll kind of see how my body up top kind of flows with that, okay? So you just move in. You can also like do this. This is good exercises right here to get into that Muay Thai standing, motion, okay? This right here, I would feel is like, this is a good combo, so you're not doing too much. The other one doing this is like you're getting pumped, you're getting heated, you know what I'm saying? You're ready to strike, and you have a lot of energy, you're ready to like, maybe finish your last round. But here it's like you kind of, see that 1-2 step? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so you kind of get the gist of it. Okay, so now doing that 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay, check that out. Okay, now you don't have to keep switching like that. If you're left-handed, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, you're on the toes of your feet, balls of your feet. Okay, and now, what I'm doing right now is, instead of like hopping, I'm just kind of, you kind of see that? So I'm still doing the foot action, you know, you're just kind of like giving your calves and your thighs a rest. Sometimes that can, you know, sometimes, you know, you need to juice up yourself and kind of give it more of a bounce, but you can just kind of like, you know, do it like that, mix it up, switch this way, you know, depending on how you want to strike or whatever. And now with the hands, for hands, positions, you want to kind of be here like this, you know. Now, you'll see this a lot in mixed martial arts, UFC, you know. This comes from the Muay Thai hand formation style boxing. Okay, so you're basically ready to grapple a lot, you know what I'm saying? You can see this, also this hand gesture like this, and jiu-jitsu as well. So we're gonna go through jiu-jitsu probably the next episode. We'll see, but it's gonna come in one of these next episodes, but maybe we'll do it next episode, we'll see. But yeah, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, this hand motion is ready to like grab and like kind of block things like that, and to like check kicks, because kicks are coming a lot, you know what I'm saying, in Muay Thai. And there's different secret strikes, and I'm gonna show you guys when it comes to the knees and the elbows, especially the elbows. And so that's what's closer to your face when you're fighting, okay, and so sparring. So you just want to be in this, you know, sort of position with your hands, okay? And you're just ready. So if you're left-handed, you're leading right here, and you can, whatever you feel comfortable with, I would say, let me see. I would say keep your right hand up here, okay? And the left hand here, you're ready to strike. You know it's right here, you're ready to strike. You're ready to kind of block too, like that. So you just, if you feel comfortable when you're left hand up here, you can do what you will. You may feel like you want to, wherever your hand is, you just want to make sure it feels right, okay? So that's just most important. So you're just keeping that going, you know what I'm saying? And you're just moving. What you're doing is you're trying to feel that person out. You're trying to keep your hands flowing so that way you can like kind of lock things, be able to grab arms, arm rests, wrap the neck, and it's the same thing with jiu-jitsu. But I just want to throw that in there. But yeah, so you're moving, you're doing this. You're just waiting. You know, you're striking. Just waiting. Waiting for the right time. Switch it up. See how I have it up here? This happens so high up here. But this is where I'm comfortable with. So, checking everything. There's so many check swings is coming. Check kicks is coming. And that's why that motion is so steady, you know, and flowing, because in Muay Thai, there's so many, you know, there's so many hesitation attempts for punching and swinging. In Muay Thai, you have people like doing this a lot, trying to act like they get ready to kick, and they kick, and they'll get ready to kick down, you know, they're checking, check swinging, and then they want to strike. Checking, you're trying to throw you off, trying to confuse you. So when you're doing this a lot, you're just being able to be ready, you know, instead of like being worried about flinching, you're allowing yourself to flinch through those motions so that you don't get caught off guard, because that's what they want to do. What they want to do is try to get you to stop flinching so that they can strike. You know, but if you gotta stay in that flinch motion. You know, you don't have to be affected by the attempts. You just gotta be on guard and ready, you know, flowing with those attempts. It doesn't have to throw you off, but you just gotta be within that motion. You're checking, you're just checking, you're checking. You know, you're checking too. You're checking, swinging, check kicking. You're checking too, you're checking too. You feel me? Okay, so, yeah, okay. And then, that's pretty much the stance that you want, you know what I'm saying? Now, I can go over some kicks, and show you, some of the styles that they use, and then you can kind of like roll with that. Some people that probably watch this are used to it, so, but if you're new to it and you're just interested in it, you just kind of see what it's all about if you've never seen it before, or if you have, whatever. So I'm going to bend this down and show you some of these kicks. The forward kick is very common. The forward kick, I'll show you that in a second. The forward kick is very common. So when you want to lean back. Okay. Sometimes you can lean forward before you get into that motion. But usually, you want to lean back. Keep an arm up, you know what I'm saying? Keep an arm up. Okay? You kick on the left. You know? Now this should be landing in the center of the chest. You can hit the stomach, it doesn't fucking matter, you can hit them in the face. But usually you're backing them up off of you, especially if they're being very intense and aggressive. Then you're if there's an opening there, you're backing them up off of you. You know what I'm saying? And it's kicking them right here and it's pushing. Giving them a push, and that's where that lean back gives that push. You know? Get them up off of you. And the check swings will definitely help you land. So in Muay Thai, there's a lot of check swings, check kicks. You're checking it as if you're gonna strike, and you're able to pull off some of your strikes because they don't know when you're gonna actually follow through with your punch or your kick. So, or whatever strike that you're throwing. So, you're checking, check, you know? See those movements? That's why it's coming handy. You know? And then you can land your kick. And so, you can really fuck somebody up right here in the chin if you're pushing through the right way. Especially if you have a height advantage over them, because it's easier to strike right up in that chin area. Obviously, when you have some height advantage over them. Okay, now I'm going to show some strikes. Upper body strikes. Okay. You know, I'm gonna get on the back just for a second. This is a nice way to feel the strike, but also to feel grabbing your head. you know, and then you can kind of get these other strikes in. I'm gonna show you some of those tips in a second. I don't want to spoil it yet. So. Pick them up, keep them off, keep them off. Now, the leg check kicks is to block some of the kicks that sometimes come towards you. So, it's not just a check kick, but you're checking their kick, okay? So, I love doing that when the bag comes back and forth. Check it. You can feel that resistance, that power. We're blocking certain kicks that are trying to come. Because there are a lot of sweeps and leg kicks, okay? There are a lot of leg kicks that hits this area. They're trying to knock off your, not only are they trying to knock off your balance and have you fall, they're also trying to weaken your legs, okay? So, a lot of different leg kicks. Trace mark. Keeping them off of you, right? Keeping them off of you. Keeping them off of you. See how quick a lot of times you don't have to hit with a lot of power yet. You just want to get in there and you can always strike. Feel me? Woo! Keep that hand up. And things like that. So, those are motions. About 10 minutes left of this video. I'm gonna go over some elbow and knees into the some of my strike points. Okay. Alright, make sure his elbows cool. Because there's leather on there. Your body gotta get used to certain strikes. And you wanna do it in a certain amount of back so you don't get like a rug burn. So, I'm good. I think I'm good. So, notice those strikes, in combinations, and you're slipping those elbows in. Very, 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 very common. Ideal when it comes to Muay Thai. So, there's strikes that you can do when you're going up, okay? And this is when you're like very, very close. So you're talking about 1, 2, 3 feet. I wouldn't say 3. 1 to 2 feet away from, your opponent. So if you're boxing, you're holding, there's certain strikes coming in like that. There's strikes like this, there's strikes like that, you're coming down. However, there's openings, right, that you are looking for when you're striking. So those openings could be straight, those openings could be diagonal, coming down diagonal, straight up, So, however those openings that you see, you're taking advantage of that. These are brutal, yet legal strikes within Muay Thai, within MMA UFC. So, if you are learning of these strikes, there's flying knees. I can show you a flying knee. Those are very higher advanced techniques that are very hard to pull off unless you really have the skill sets to pull it off. It takes some very great athleticism, timing, and a little luck. But a lot of athleticism, and what I mean by timing, just knowing exactly when to pull something off like that. So yeah, I don't know if, I can show it to you. I would say probably don't try to pull that off. Okay. You can fly a lot further than that. I don't know if you really need to. You shouldn't have to fly further than that. But yeah, again, great athleticism. You have to have the timing right. Not just a good opportunity, just the right time to bring that knee and to jump in the air. Assuming that that person is off balance, that person is discombobulated. Those are the right times to pull something off like that. If your ego is on the line and you pull it off, like I said, that's where a little bit of luck comes in. Because the moment that person shifts and shows you that they're not discombobulated, and now they got you in the air, okay? You don't have that much control of yourself in the air as much as that person does on the ground. Okay, so anyhow, I just want to throw that in there. It's a very, very important tip whenever I'm throwing out things that are a little bit more advanced in introduction types of forms. But yeah, not too bad. Hope you guys enjoyed those tips. Trying to see if I missed anything. Yeah, those are just some intros to the movements, the stances, forms, some of the strikes, things like that. Typical, and maybe you might be inspired by this. You already know about these things, and it just makes you want to get back up in there and do more. Or maybe you saw some combinations that I was doing that you want to throw it in, with your practicing in Muay Thai. So yeah, either case, hopefully this always inspires people. All right, so. Check me out on King Renaissance, motivational speaking. Check me out on King Renaissance TV. I do self-care videos there, but you can always stay tuned here on King Renaissance Talents. Like I said, I'll be doing another video probably about jiu-jitsu. If not, we're doing another video about something with talents, more than likely mixed martial arts. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok if you want to follow me there. Yeah, check me out. I'm everywhere on those platforms. Give me some advice if you want to see me do a little bit more about certain things, or you have questions, slide in my comment section, hit me up in my DM on TikTok or Instagram, and we'll talk soon. All right. Well, I guess I'll see you guys next time. King Renaissance, so.